Man, I woke up today and Ethereum was at 218 and Tezos was almost at $3 again. What a wild ride this is. People seem to be losing faith in fiat again. It's unfortunate, but it's inevitable. It's going to be a crazy summer with the lockdowns and economy and so many people unemployed and I don't know when it's going to get back to normal or if it ever will. But regardless, without production, how do you have product and things to share and buy and sell? The halving is coming up for Bitcoin. I'm not sure what will happen. The two scenarios, the only two scenarios are further accumulation or profit taking. So in financial markets, the past, present, and future prices are all priced in by the participants in the market through the collective subconscious action of buying and selling, and this creates the market price that people are willing to pay. It's all these different actors engaging in the same practice. So in any market, you have the early adopters and the latecomers. Latecomers see the future price of the halving of Bitcoin as going up to the moon, as many people say, until it reaches a zone between now and the next high caused by the next halving, if it goes that way. So they've priced in future highs, future high levels. The early adopters or the accumulators priced in this phenomenon and see this as an opportunity to take profits and enjoy rewards. So the people who buy early buy a lot of it because it's cheap, and then as the market moves and many people jump on board, um, the people who got in early and have the lion's share of the commodity may dump to collect profits. So it creates an interesting situation. Can the newcomers' total volume of purchases beat the accumulators' total volume of sales? In addition, as these large groups take profits, which they will, in most cases, similar to the Bitcoin halving, they do, will the newcomers have the psychological fortitude to see a 25% loss before a possible swing to higher highs? I'm not sure, but this is what's known as the bull trap. I'm holding on because I believe in the cryptocurrencies I own, and I see them having valid use cases in our world. I don't really touch much Bitcoin though, because the long-term sustainability of it is low. But I do understand the whole idea of it potentially having a um, future store of value as a deflationary currency, but it's too slow. It's kind of clunky. It's like a it's cool because it's the first cryptocurrency, but all the other ones have built on it and enhanced it. And there's a lot of crap out there, but a few of them are very good, I think, and have the ability to completely disrupt the way we do finance and business and buy and sell property and such. It's pretty cool. So I generally believe that this halving we'll see a bull run in the end with an enormous inflow of money into altcoins, including many altcoins that people would call shit coins. So this will be followed by a massive drop in values, with many altcoins dropping to zero, disappearing entirely. Um, some may avoid this drop based on their use case and having a strong external model which allows them to provide true value into the real world, not just being a side monetary. I've seen so many like Ethereum based tokens that where they have this buzzword filled white paper where they basically Just say this is going to be the new peer-to-peer money system. There's no value. The only value is what people apply to it, and it's completely democratic and yada yada yada. Oh, I mean, the only value of anything is what people apply to it, obviously. So, I mean, there's so many of those things, and it's basically just people trying to create their own money, which is a cool, cool thing to try. But I mean, you need to have a use case for it, otherwise it's worthless. So I believe this event will lead to a further conscious awakening to the average person to cryptocurrencies and the dangers and benefits of it. I kind of see it being much like the dot-com bubble, where many companies kind of disappeared overnight because they had no true use, no true value. But companies like eBay, Amazon, and PayPal all came into their prime and established themselves as true market leaders. We'll see what happens. Do your own research and enjoy. I mean, the thing about the sheer mass of the number of kind of worthless cryptocurrencies out there is a lot of people go into these things because they think, oh, well, it's only 20 cents today. Bitcoin is now $6,000 or such, $7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10. This one could go to that much, but Bitcoin went to that because it has the history, the mining. It was the first ones. It's the household name. Everyone knows it. It's the first thing people think of when you say cryptocurrency. If they even know what Bitcoin is, if they know any cryptocurrency, they're going to know what Bitcoin is because it's the first one. So that's why the price is like that. Um, it's just it's in the person's first foray into the realm. That's what they're going to buy. They're not going to buy some random other coin that just pops up until they start researching and they start looking around. They're like, oh, wait, there's all these other ones that are cheap. I could buy 1,000 of these. And if they go to 10,000, then, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a millionaire. So, you know, it's, it's, uh, it's kind of sad, but I mean, I've fallen for that trap in a way too. And I mean, I do hold a small number of random other coins that are pretty cheap that I think may go well, but I mean, it's like a negligible amount of money. It's like money I would go out and spend on a expensive dinner. It's worth amount of money because I do not believe that they're going to go very high, but I figure, whatever. We'll see what happens. Maybe the mass psychology will drive them to record highs. Who knows? Um, who knows? But we'll see. So yeah, that's kind of what is going on right now and what I foresee coming. I mean, there's a lot of changes to the world happening. The US dollar continues to lose value against other currencies, and I mean, not not monetarily yet, but in the eyes of the mass amount of people, it's losing its credibility as the world's reserve currency because of mismanagement, extreme debt, and just the way it's used almost as a weapon on the global scale. So, you know, I'm gonna put up a short video about the blockchain services network that China is putting out and their digital yuan. But, you know, real quick, that is going to have huge negative impacts on the US dollar, especially because they'll have the ability to pretty much within 2 years probably have anyone who signed one of those Belt and Road Initiative deals will most likely be utilizing the digital yuan for their transactions. A lot of these nations primarily deal internationally right now in US dollars, but um, with the ease and convenience and mandate potentially that may come with the Belt and Road Initiative and the digital yuan and the overall strength of the blockchain services network that China has developed for creating smart contracts that enable trustless and seamless trade across borders, it's not looking good for the U.S. dollar. So long term, I see cryptocurrencies, gold, silver, any hard tangible asset um, doing well against the U.S. dollar in the long term. Short term, potentially deflationary due to everything going on, but long term, it's probably going to be inflationary. Um, Hopefully not too bad, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, we'll do that on another video. So yeah, it's a wild world out there. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy and enjoying the time you have. And take this time to prepare yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually for what may come, and do your best to prepare yourself economically as well. And start looking into alternative ways to hold wealth and in your investments, and look into ways to improve your skills, because I don't know if we're going to go back to the way things were. We won't go back to the way things were. It's probably going to be harder to find a job in the future. So look for new skills, new things you can do, side gigs, anything you can do to free yourself from kind of having your life controlled by another. That's one of the things this channel is all about, is financial, spiritual independence and growth that comes with that. So think about those things and take this time to be with your family and better yourself. So have a good night, and thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and let me know below what you think.